Well, the Israeli government, Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister, has very firmly pointed the finger at Iran. It says it's part of a pattern of attacks against Israeli soft targets like tourists, and he says the Iranians have been responsible for it. Now, unfortunately, it looks like the death toll has risen to about 7. We think about 30 people injured. What we know is that these people had just arrived from Tel Aviv at this resort area. They were in a bus. There was a large explosion. There were a lot of people injured in that bus, some killed. And then the fire that followed that then spread to 2 other buses, and people had to flee those other buses as well. And we also we believe that the airport has now been closed. It's been all the aircraft have been diverted, and the whole place has been ring-fenced with security now. So quite a horrific scene for those that experienced it, and a great deal of anger in Israel, and Benjamin Netanyahu vowing revenge very specifically against the Iranians.
And you're right, Phil, and in fact we do have the Defence Minister. We might take a little listen to what he had to say following that attack.
This is clearly a terrorist attack initiated by probably Hezbollah, Hamas, Jihad, or any other group under the terror auspices of either Iran or other radical Muslim groups. We are in a continued fight against them. We are determined to identify who sent them, who executed it, and to settle the account. In the meantime, we are determined not to stop living normally and have Israelis visiting under certain precautions, practically any place that they can make tourism.
Ehud Barak there, Phil. Now, of course, as you mentioned earlier, Israelis have become a sort of soft target, and the government had asked the government of Bulgaria to try and up security around Israelis travelling. I mean, it's very difficult for other governments, I guess, to manage this kind of issue.
It is, because they are just one of a number of tourists, and do you specifically then look after buses that are carrying Israelis? Specifically, it's very difficult. But yes, you're right. The Israeli government had asked the Bulgarians, warned the Bulgarians, they were concerned about a suspicious package on a bus back in January. So unfortunately, this has come to pass, and it comes to pass on a day of great significance for the Israelis, because it's, I think, 18 years since a terrible attack costing, I think, about 85 lives at a cultural centre, a Jewish cultural centre in Argentina. And so that may be significant. That may have been timed deliberately to come on that anniversary. We simply don't know. But now, sadly, the Israeli government has reason to commemorate now that date for 2 atrocities.
And Phil, do we know if it was only Israeli tourists on this bus?
We believe it was only Israeli tourists. We believe perhaps there would be a local bus driver, we would expect, but we don't know the details of that. But yes, we believe that they were carrying these people from charter flights from Tel Aviv, and these are people going to Bulgaria to have a holiday on the Black Sea. And of course that's turned horribly wrong, and the Israeli government are demanding retribution at some point. Now that of course, in the context of the tensions in the Middle East at the moment, ratchets up those tensions, which you could say are hardly just almost at breaking point between the Israelis and the Iranians. We haven't heard a response from the Iranians. We don't know if they are going to deny it. We would almost certainly expect them to deny any link to that whatsoever. But certainly, whatever they say, the Israelis will not believe that. The Israeli government won't believe that, and they firmly are pointing the finger at the Iranian government.